Hey guys, welcome back to Flying in Space with Planet Head. Hopefully my backup or my second intro worked and this video is working. Um, if you've watched my recent videos, I've been kind of doing a uh, reset on the channel. I think I started to get a little bit out of my comfort zone, and rather than fix I was making mistakes in creating the videos, so I thought let's step back for a second and go back to the basics. Um, so I'm gonna hit the basics. My kind of main focus right now is to jump into gameplay to start off, and then if there's anything after that that pops up, that's fine. I'm not gonna even worry so much about the gameplay because I may repeat myself every once in a while. Um, that's what it is. And then I'll just hang out and talk about stuff later on. Um, so if you've watched recent videos, I've been in my Harbinger here, fitting it out with scavenged goods. I went after last night my first cosmic anomaly, um, and then some guys flew into system, so I really couldn't test it out. But there has not been anybody in system here for a little bit. So what I'm doing right now is uh, fitting in and out my tanking that I have that go on with the ship. Um, if you watch the previous videos, you'll know that I used to have a drone damage amplifier in here. I've removed that off. It wasn't giving me a whole lot of damage, and trying to compensate for my damage taking ability with the two, basically splitting up my lower slots here between damage amplification with the guns and then trying out different settings with my three other low slots here. And it's going to take a while for me to figure out my best way I would like to do it. I did change things out up top. I've gone for long range versus short range, which allows me, so I was checking around at the damage uh, applied, and I went back to the rail guns and threw on the infrared M's, just basic guns that I picked up as I've been going along. I can still upgrade those. But this gives me a range of up to 53 kilometers and an optimal range of 42 kilometers with the skills that I currently have. Um, Big difference. So basically, I'm trying to figure out the tactics that I want to do. What I was running into a problem with was um, I want to move on to doing some signatures and do the belts, and a lot of times I would warp into the asteroid belts being 50 or 60 kilometers away, and I would have to close that distance, which would take time. Anytime you're not applying damage is time lost, so it doesn't matter if you can apply 500 DPS per second if you're not applying any damage whatsoever. So my thought was, I've never really done much kiting, which is long range firing, and then keep the drones as a defense against frigates that roll in on me. Couple of things that were brought up in the comments, ideas that guys had, was to use the um, webifier to protect myself so that if I were to get scrammed by any of the um, rats that are out there, um, or that I might be able to pin them down and shoot them. I'm only doing belts right now and not getting so far into the heavy duty signature, so I'm not going to do that just yet, but I definitely have some room in here to do that with. I'm going with the afterburner because I've got the range um, to try to stay away from people and hit them right off the bat. I may switch that out with a micro warp drive. Down below here, and this is what I'm switching in and out of, is, and I kind of keep them organized. The rats that are out here in stain do thermal and EM damage. So what I've done is separate out. You see, I still have that drone damage amplifier there and my micro warp drive. So I'm kind of flipping these in and out to see how they do. But I used to have the reactive hardener on there. And I've switched that out and I've gone with an EM hardener and a thermal hardener. Why? Because they seem to be doing more focused protection. I'll give you an example here. So if I go ahead and simulate this, my damage protection against EM goes up to 74, and my thermal goes up to 66. This does take 2 slots to do this, where the reactive hardener only took 1. So the question is, now the reactive hardener, once it adjusts itself to the damage coming in, would give me 30 damage per slot, or 30 per thermal, 30% uh, protection adjustment, whereas each one of these gives me, I'll just show you here, attributes, gives me 47.3. So they give me 17.3% greater than an adjusted reactive hardener. So the question is, um, would I have been able to do the same thing, maybe with doing a damage control? That would give me 10% more on 30%, so 40% total for the two. But it would also give me a little bit of shield resistance and a lot of um, structure resistance. So that's an option that I could throw in there. Um, the other thing too is just to go with the coatings or a multispectral coating. Give you an example here. I'll go ahead and turn these off. There we go. And I'll pull this down so that I have nothing on there right now. Actually, let's see what happens. Do, do, do. This is the type of thing that I like to mess around with. Um, so let's just write these down for the bonuses that I end up at. We're at 74 and 66. Might as well just put in here 74 and 66. Now, if I take these off, exit simulation, and throw it in there, and throw it in there, and if I do the reactive hardener, and then I throw on a coating, okay? Now the question is, this gives me 12.2 armor defense. So in reality, it's 42.2. Once my reactive hardener adjusts, if you've used reactive hardeners before, they, as you're taking damage, they adjust to the damage that's coming in. So they're actually very good against guys who like to fly different types of drones against you, because they'll adjust your defenses automatically. But as you can see here, using both of these, I'm still not getting as much damage protection on my armor side of it. I am armor tanked than if I went with the two here. Now again, there are different things involved there. The reactive armor would be powered up, but the coating would not. Also, I don't have any of the skill set that increases my bonuses to the actual coding itself. That is a skill that you can do. So, but right now, I think this is the best way for me to go. And we're going to go ahead and take her out for a test flight. Um, good. Big thing I like, and I talked about it in the last video, is going with the afterburner because it keeps my capacitor at full strength. Kind of my thought, yeah, if you saw, hopefully the intro came out correctly today. I'd like to make a couple of different intros to the to my videos. Uh, okay, let's just pick an asteroid belt. We're gonna go to asteroid belt number 2 here. Let's warp on in on it. I'll do an asteroid belt first, and then I'll swing over to this Sancha hub and see how I can do there. I don't think I can take it out. Oh, I need to get repaired here. Got some damage going on. Long story short, I'd like to make different videos. I'm kind of, when I was saying I'm trying to refocus myself on the types of videos, I'm writing down the 3 most important things that I want to do with these videos, and then going backwards from that to figure out how to do those. I know the very first thing that I ever did it for, started making videos for, was to learn how to make videos. It wasn't about Eve. It was, I want to try to make YouTube videos, see if I would like it, and um, then I picked the thing that I enjoy most is playing Eve. So that was really easy for me to figure out, because you have to figure out what you want to make the videos about. Okay, so we go. Get our acolytes launched. Stop that. Get armor repairs going. Ooh, that is one thing that I have to be careful of. The Sancha will knock your ranges off. That dropped me down to 35. They're still within range. So if I start doing sites, I gotta be careful with the guys who will tracking disable you. Maybe a middle slot I could devote toward um, my tracking. Don't know. Didn't really have to turn these on just yet. They haven't gotten into my armor yet. Let's go ahead and do that. It's kind of a little bit funny. I've had some guys say I need to work on my hotkeys, and I still do try to work on them. But then I realize that if I'm using those, it's hard for me to show what I'm clicking on and what I'm not, as far as not instructing, but saying what I'm doing. Um, oh, I don't even have my afterburner on. See, this is what happened. The other part too is when you're making the videos and you're talking, I'm not as focused as I could be. Um, like, trust me, I'm a lot more focused whenever I don't have the cameras on. Um, so it seems like we're doing pretty well here. Able to keep at range from these guys. Um, they're not hitting me. I'm able to apply damage right away, as long as my drones are within range. Um, so rather than having to waste that time going from one to another, this could be really helpful whenever I take on some battleships, things like that, because a lot of times when you're trying to knock one out, the other one drifts away from you, so then you have to spend the time to go get it, um, and kill it too. With longer range, that can actually help you a lot. I've always been a punch you in the face type of person, or in real life, I just sit on people. But cool, so that's pretty good. It's not doing so bad. I'm sure there's upgrades I can do here. We've also got some room in the rigs. Um, when I start doing the sites, and this is where this went really well, I'm almost going to guarantee I'm not even going to be able to do much with the hub. Um, but it is a start. So there we go. Let's bring our drones back in here. We'll come pick up that junk later on when we're not on video. You guys don't want to watch that. So got a couple of signatures in the area here, and that was not helpful to me. There we go. We got a hidden hub, hordes, a hub, a drone horde. So a bunch of drone stuff. The hub is one of the smaller ones that you can actually do as far as being out here. I also don't have any of this stuff up. I was making that promo, the intro, and I try to close down everything. Everything that I do for my web video creation is made with free software, whether it be the Windows software or things like that. And I realized I had not progressed the last little while on making videos. So making this intro, while rudimentary, was kind of fun today. I actually didn't play hardly any Eve today. I played a decent amount of the Long Dark on a nice little run there. Um, but I do want to progress and start making better and longer videos. I've been watching more and more videos that guys take the time to do it with. Uh, or actually know how to create videos. So if I can do that in the future, I'd like to. The second thing I'll actually talk about tomorrow, I have three pillars. I'm going to start calling them the 3 pillars of video making. In that way, if I get to a point where I've crescendoed on to the first, or crescendoed, finished what I'd wanted to do, like maybe I learn all of the video production that I want to do, I'm not saying I won't keep making videos. I could remove that out and add in a third one. Never try to do so many things at once. And I think that's where I was losing focus. So my other thing that I'm going to focus on is today was a non-work day. So I had some time to work on video production. On days where I'm just working, I'm just going to jump on here and make a video. I don't care what it's about unless something comes to mind. I'm not going to go nuts. I might do my daily reporting on those days. Those were pretty easy. But I'm trying to set it up so I can put those in, check them real quick to make sure they're set up correctly, and then post them if possible. So that said, let's go ahead and try to die at a Sancha hub. Because let's just warp to 0. Let's see what happens here. I was messing around a little bit with these yesterday, but not a whole lot. And it's a great way to test your fits too. I showed you the web page the other day that had the third-party sites. I've had really good feedback about PIFA, so I might try to learn that on the side, and it might be a piece of software that I can, or something that I can use while I'm at break at work. Just saying that. I need to focus on work too. So, alrighty. So do. What do we got coming in here? That's a long flight. Okay, so we got 5 guns, some battleships, and some cruisers. So let's. Oh wow, I got a long distance to get to those. Well, that's the closest gun there, so maybe I can get on him. Afterburner going. Acolytes going. While I'm going after them, maybe I'll try to take out some of these cruisers. Okay, so they are pinging down my shields, but those are pretty weak. Let's go ahead and get the armor repair going. And then okay, so how's my armor doing right now? Try to take out this second cruiser maybe. I don't want to take out the whole wing. A lot of times that will cause more guys to fly in, which I definitely can't take right now. I'm not doing too bad here. The question is, okay, I am within range of these guns now, so I'm going to start trying to take out these batteries if possible. If I can ping them down, ooh, nice little damage there. That's good. Holding up okay. We're at 65 right now. Oh, that one was already hit. Oh, we got one down. Let's try to take out another one. So every one of these I'm able to take out is just a little bit more fun for me. I'm going to circle this one the farthest. That'll put me at 30. Oh, we're starting to get in a little bit of iffy situation here. I'm going to go ahead and align something that I've had to start doing recently. Had to start aligning toward. Okay, I'm not going to take any chances here. Drones are in. Let's get home. Not too terrible. I was able to take out 3 guns and I think 2 cruisers. Um, so definitely a positive there. Um, I think I've got to stay focused on what I'm doing. Um, maybe look at my skills. One thing that I've got coming soon is I think Battle Cruiser 3 or Battle Cruiser 4. Yeah, Battle Cruiser 4 will be good um, as of 18 hours from now. So that's pretty cool. I have some lower skills down here that I threw in. Maybe we'll throw in that repair systems too. That production and repair system duration. Ooh, so that would speed up my repair time. Yeah, we're going to throw that. We're going to move that in front too. Doo, doo, doo. There we go. Cool. Okay, so by tomorrow at this time, I should have Battlecruiser 4, which will up my damage applying ability, I think. Let's just see here. Medium turret activation cost will go down, and my damage will go up by 10%. So, maybe this might be a little bit of a interesting little. The ship is not insured. Yeah, it's not insured. I never insure my ships. I'm stupid. Um, cool. So that is it. Um, quick updates if nobody's heard. The new expansion or addition onto Eve is Uprising. And from what I've heard, uh, and there's a couple videos out there right now, they're going to be upgrading. Um, they're going to be over a course of time changing faction warfare. And one of the bonuses to that is they're going to be bringing out new ships. And what I've heard is they're going to be bringing out faction. Right now, there's only faction types of ships, I think, for cruisers and frigates off the top of my head, and maybe battleships. They're going to be bringing out. The scuttlebutt is probably bringing out faction destroyers, faction battle cruisers, and then they're doing an upgrade to some of the exploration ships down the road too. And these are the main factions, which they haven't done an update to in a while. So um, some guys have done some really good videos for that out there. If I can find them, I'll post them in the next video. But I'm still messing with the music on the intro, so I might switch it out between different videos. I was completely weirded out today. I had YouTube playing on the side while I was doing my dishes, watching a video by Aceface where he was talking about the prices of Plex. It was like a 10-minute long video. And then it moved on to the automatic next video. And my video came up on my search list, which has never really happened before I heard the music. I'm like, wait, is that mine that came up? And I was like, oh, this must be one of the ones that got a lot of hits. And then I realized it actually was one of the videos that got very few hits. So I don't know how YouTube does their random video setup thing, but that was weird. But I'm going to try setting up some music. The irony is the music that I've been using is in the Windows um, video player down here, the video editor. It's free, so I've been choosing the first one they had in the first video, which I really like. It's kind of like this tribal thumping. I may go back to. I really like that music, but it's called Explorer, and I had an exploration ship, so it was perfect. So I was trying to think of a different piece of music for this one. If you hate it, let me know. There's some really bad ones in there. There's hold music. There's elevator music. There's some classical music. There's some really bad music in there. I might throw those in there too. So, but I'm basically going back to the basics here. I will still probably be doing the region updates or region reviews, but I'm not focused on doing those once a week. I'm going to do them when I want to do them, and I want to use those as my video creation, uh, one of those. So I'll go back to those sooner or later. But right now I'm just having fun. So other than that, that's all I got. Fly safe, fly dangerously, fly hard like you want, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye bye.